Wow, now we're doing a ventriloquist act, evidently. All right, so we've only got one more left. Ladies and gentlemen, why don't you give all your comics a nice round of applause here. They work hard for you. And the dinner's pretty good here. We're in here at Turning Point, open mic night, every first Friday of every month at 7 p.m. Please come back, bring a bunch of friends, and spend a lot of money. Now, our last comic tonight says that he's a traffic reporter who got lost on the way here. Would you please welcome with two O's, John Wolf. Yeah, everybody.
Thank you. I do get lost all the time, but I've only lived here 29 years, so not my fault. Not my fault. Most open mic comics I know are much younger than me, but I have something that they'll never have: Social Security. Now, Donald Trump said, and I looked it up on Gemini AI recently, and it said, yes, it's true. He said any illegal immigrants who voluntarily go back, he will get $1,000 and a free flight home. And all of a sudden it hit me, I'd forgotten this, but I think I'm here illegally from the Bahamas. I want that flight home and my $1,000. Then after a couple of days, it hits me, I've got a U.S. passport, I can go back. And then I remember my poor old mother in Italy. She wants me to come back to Rome. $1,000. And then, what was it, 102 degrees yesterday, and I get back here. Sweden is calling, nice and cool up there. And $1,000. I mixed up with the Italy accent, didn't I? Neither one was that good anyway. But I think I can turn it into a full-time job. And when I fly, normally, I always fly American Airlines. Not just because you work for America. Maybe, yeah. There's no camera to turn on you, you're safe. No, I do it because my wife's a flight attendant for American, but it's free. So it's a good reason, and free luggage too. You don't have to pay for put your bags. I could sublet luggage probably for other passengers coming into the airport. Yeah, $20. $20, that's enough. That's enough. Or boat bags, yeah. But she's kind of a snob, my wife, about Spirit Airlines. Because when we were apart for a while, I figured out a way to fly free on Spirit Airlines. And they said, oh God, they're going to charge you $5 for water. I'm like, you bring a flattened out plastic bottle into the airport every time anyway, and you fill it for free at the water fountain. So what's the charge for water? And the seats don't go back. Well, they're comfortable, but they don't go back. I'm like, if your grandmother were here, she would smack you with her shotgun that she used while lying on the floor of a buckboard shooting at Indians. Oh, the seat doesn't go back, honey. Stop that. Stop that. But I was on an American Airlines flight a few years ago, and everything was fine. And at the end of the flight, the pilot says, in American, we like to take children who have cancer to their treatments. And I go, oh my God, he's playing the cancer thing for a donation. But I've had cancer a couple of times, so I feel I can do jokes too. I can play the seat card. Because we would like to be able to fly their parents with them. We're going to fly them up to the Mayo Clinic and dump them out of the plane and say, hey, 8-year-old, go find your way to the hospital. So if you could turn in your frequent flyer miles, we could take their parents with them. I'm like, what? They're your seats. Just give them the damn seats. You're going to write them off on your tax returns anyway as $5,000 per seat, the highest possible rate. Just give it to them. Oh, man. And anyone ever date a sibling? Anyone? No, actually, I'm a friend's sibling. A couple of times when I was younger, friends of mine, buddies of mine said, hey, you really ought to go out with my sister. And I thought, wow, they must really think a lot of me, because if things went great, I could end up as a brother-in-law, right? And then I thought, or maybe they hate their sisters. Get back at them that way. But there is something to caution you about if you ever do something like this. I'm speaking from the point of a guy with a girl here, but if you're, no matter how different your buddy looks from his sister, there is that common DNA that always pops up in the middle of a romantic clench. eyes and looking into eyes, and you see your buddy's face staring back at you. Man, you gotta close your eyes and concentrate. You gotta concentrate big time. And somebody had mentioned something about pedophiles. That must be such a curse. I mean, who would want to have that desire? Because, I mean, you gotta, first of all, the penalties are the same as basically murder. I mean, at least a murderer might be able to be recidivized, that's the word. But, you know, pedophiles, no. But they are, murderers might even get respect from some people in prison. Not so much for the pedophiles. And they've got to be on 24/7. I mean, some guy comes home from work, he's living the normal life for everybody to see. Honey, have you seen my laptop? I can't find it anywhere. He says, oh, it's running a little slowly, so I took it down to Geek Squad. They're going through all the files. Oh, you know, I just forgot. I've got to go to the airport. I forgot to pick someone up at the airport. And I'll tell you where the car's parked. And you might think about going back to your mom's house tonight for a while, change your last name back to your maiden name. It's going to be a little trickier out here. But I'll leave you with this. When I was really little, like 4, 3, and I knew nothing about relations that people have romantically, I'm watching The Wizard of Oz. And I felt some hormonal stirrings. I knew nothing about that. But I felt them about the Wicked Witch of the West. Not exactly a good looker. And I didn't know what it was all about. And then I forgot about it after I saw the movie a couple of times as a little kid. Then I was in my 20s, I see the movie again, I go, oh my God, I remember these feelings I had. Maybe it was because I like powerful women. Not that powerful. You know, she'd be barking out orders at me. Threatening to turn you into a toad. And then I realized what it was. I like bad girls who wear black. John Wolf, thank you very much. I thought I'm going for the gun.
Come on! Hey, stay where you are for a moment. Not you, John. You can go. But, stay